Dean Witter speaks, people listen. Well, in the Medina family, we have when Marie speaks, people listen. And this time, Marie spoke, and Betty Ann listened. And Marie, my mom, is the oldest of the Golden Age girls, and I don't know how you felt about it, but this morning when they marched up, that was very moving, very touching, and I think there were tears in everyone's eyes. So I think not only Betty Ann, but my mom, the two of them deserve a big round of applause. Okay, now each other, you're going to see a little bit of them in each face, in each smile, and each little chiste, and you'll hear a lot of those today. And many of the children, we have a lot to be grateful for because we're a really sturdy, healthy stock. All you have to do is look at that table, you see they're still alive, and like Mother says, we are still standing. And some of them are standing, some of them are sitting, but it's nice to have them. And although they were born in Levi, I'm thrilled that we are here in Wagon Mountain to celebrate this because Sound and Afraid was where everybody came to dance, they came to shop. This was once a big, thriving metropolis. And Mom says that there was even an opera house here at one time. Did you know that? I didn't know there was an opera house, and the cyclone, which hit in 1930, leveled the place and it was never rebuilt. So here was where they came to dance, to laugh, to graduate, and if you take a tour of the school, I think you'll see some pictures of some of our tias and tios. So my mom, when I asked her, why are we having this family reunion? And she said, well, it's for all the young people to meet each other. We have so many talented, beautiful people. Don't you agree with that? Especially the talented, beautiful people. And so we've devised a little bit of a game for you. You see the orange papers on your tables, and if you don't have one, you can get one back here, and they're pencils. And we'd like you to walk around and talk to different people, not just your own family, but meet other people. You've got wonderful primos and primas here. Meet them, talk to them, and ask those questions, and have them put their name on there, and then you can put your name in the box back here. See this box back here? And then there'll be a drawing for a door prize, which is a big basket full of wonderful New Mexico goodies. And so you put your name and address in there, and then we'll have not only name and address, but also a drawing. So for the rest of the afternoon, I just hope that you will all get acquainted, and please, I'd like to meet a lot of you that I haven't met before, that I've been away a long time, so I'd love to meet you. And I think that the real reward, even if you don't get a door prize, is just meeting each other and knowing that you're part of a big, beautiful, talented, healthy family. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the afternoon. And especially the people who came from far away, thank you for coming. It's wonderful to see you.
Thank you, Dolores. The afternoon packed with entertainment. We're also going to have a special teachers here. Uncle Junior and Aunt Martha are going to show us some steps. So please stick around as we are going to dance. And we also have, what's next one? And then
she said she was going to say a few words. I said, great, you can read this, it's really good. She said, no, you're going to do it. Well, I'm delighted to be here. I'm Rebecca Cervantes. This is my daughter, Yvonne. Lola Whitco is ours back there, Medina. And I have to say that as we were driving out from California, as the miles were falling away, we talked all the way about all the stories. And the reason it's so important to us, my sister, my beloved sister Charlene back there, wave Charlene. You have to know this woman because she has spent 5 years of her life compiling the history of the Medinas. I don't think there's anybody in this room, maybe one other, two, but not too many people on the planet know as much about our family roots as my sister does. She traced the family back to Extremadura. And she has all kinds of stories, and she has talked to all of her aunts, Tia Marie, Tia Clara, Tia Stella, and she's gotten all of these stories, and they're all in her head, and she's putting them all into a book. You may want to, you can contact her. She's got an email address, and she'll have all of this available for you, and she's happy to share it with anybody. So stay in contact with her if you're interested in finding out about the roots. Anyway, here it is. This poem came from this magazine that Johnny subscribes to. In My Dreams is the title. I see the dust rising off our beloved land. Soon the rain, like tears, will drop from the face of the clouds. Like potpourri, the smell of wet clay mingles with cut alfalfa, surrounding and pulling us into the past. The past full of rememberings of days unknowingly spent in a place, one day to be gone, no longer ours. Home only to the shadows of day and sounds of night. In our hearts, we will always hear the distant bubblings of the river, the lowing of the cattle as they make their way to the pond, the rattle of the tractor as it moves along, casting a long shadow in the heat of the day. In the fields, our father worked till the sweat lingered on his brow, and the need for a cool drink diverted him from his task. In the courtyard of the house once stood a well, with its time-worn sides and bucket. As have so many other things, it has disappeared into the earth. Far off, the ringing of the chapel bells is but an echo, sounding the voices of those long past, passed on to their just rewards. Thank you.
Dancing in Las Vegas. I don't know if many of you are aware that Las Vegas is having their festivities this weekend, so there's another big fiesta after this. But you're dancing Monday morning at 10 o'clock is famous people. Last year, I have to say something about them. I went to the park just to...
But if you want to see some real nice old-fashioned dances, the handkerchief dance, and some of them can be pronounced, we'll be on the plaza at 10 o'clock Monday morning. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. This is the old Barcelona. I think it has a lot of versions of it, and this is the one I use with my students. I think through the year of education, by the time 21 years of teaching, everybody knew how to dance the Barcelona at the end of the school year. So believe me, there's a lot of gabachizos dancing the Barcelona out there.
Hi, my name is Tina Palaka from Colorado Springs. And this is my shorter but older sister, Olivia. And we are going to. And so I'm going to do a few, and Olivia came in late, so I had to carry the cross for her today, so I told her she could help me do this afternoon, okay? So anyway, the artist told us that when we think of our parents, our tios and tias, we find it hard to imagine that they were anything less than perfect. When we, the children of the Medina brothers and sisters, were younger, we often got punished for acting up. But did we ever think that our parents, the perfect children of Benelisa and Jose Demetrio, would ever do anything that would cause us to remember them 70 years later in 1999? Well, let's explore some of these activities as passed on to us by my Aunt Marie and others. Okay, Olivia, I'll let you take the first two brothers here.
You know, whoever wrote this is just so very